Welcome to On Brand and Off Topic with your hosts, Aaron Ellis.
Imagine meeting the love of your life and finding out that he debates Brady versus Rodgers with strangers on Twitter.
Jimmy Christensen.
Hey, man. I look at the internet.
And Todd Varney.
For as not confident as I am, I'm not unconfident either.
It's time to start the Wait, what are we doing here?
Hey, everybody, and welcome to On Brand and Off Topic for episode 2, the show that nobody asked for, where we talk everything sports and then some. I'm your host, Erin Ellis. Let's start there. And with me, we have, as always, Todd Varney. What's up, Todd?
What up? What up?
Yeah. And with us, we have our first guest host, ladies and gentlemen. Unfortunately, Jimmy Christensen was unable to be here tonight. And we have the voice of our intro, Ebo. What's up, Ebo?
What's happening now? Full disclosure, I listened to the first episode of this, and then I went and just heard that for the second. I will gladly redo that for you guys. I just realized when I recorded that I was insanely hungover. So like I was really hungover, and I was like, it was not good, no coffee yet, no water, and I was just like, So if you need me to redo that, I gladly will. But
no, see, that even just makes it better, I think. Just being hungover.
I was in the Hurt Locker.
I mean, I just think it's more fitting.
Brandon off topic.
It's all good. Well, why don't we start things off by letting you kind of introduce yourself. I know you were your only two-time guest on Whiskaholics, but we might have some new listeners. Maybe a whole 2 or 3 of them.
See, I thought I got you guys fired. Well, that's why I was honest. So I'm glad to be back. No, my name's Ebo. I'm in Madison, Wisconsin. I don't even know how I know Todd. I just know Todd somehow. And then I think that's how I got thrown in this mix. How do we know each other? I have no idea. Like, I honestly don't know.
I don't either. Like, we just met somewhere and
kindred spirits.
Yes, that's it.
He probably stared at my penis when I was in the urinal at a bathroom at a bar or something when he drank. And I was like, hey, you're cool.
Yeah.
He's like, hey, you got a big schlong? All right. So, no, yeah, you can find me on 96.7 FM, 1670 AM, The Zone in Madison, Wisconsin, a couple other stations across the state, CBS Sports Radio affiliate. We just talk Packers, Badgers, Brewers, Bucks, and have a good time doing so. And I got blonde hair, blue eyes, and very pale, and I'm an Aquarius.
Like long walks on the beach and all that.
And I think it should be pointed out why Ebo is with us today. Unfortunately, Jimmy's had a pretty rough day. His wife left him, and it's just he's struggling. So we had Ebo fill in.
Yeah.
Todd texted me. It says his wife left him, and she took one of his kids, and I was like, I'm very concerned right now.
Then left the sick one that's vomiting.
So then I said, you know what? I'll just Heisman him out, and I'll jump in, screw him and his marital problems.
Yeah, that's
Jimmy prefers to say that his wife is quarantining her and the newborn from him and his dog, but I think she left.
Yeah, that's what he told us. We just are assuming she's out of there.
Yeah.
So, get well soon, Jimmy. Or don't. We'll replace you.
Or don't. Yeah, we don't give a shit.
Really
care. Very replaceable, Jimmy.
All right. Well, let's kick things off with where do we start? The biggest news this weekend. Well, first of all, we had football. We had a football game, which was really exciting. And it was the Hall of Fame game, the Steelers and the Cowboys. Two
Mike
teams
McCarthy.
That everybody loves to hate. Yes, Mike McCarthy, the return of Mike McCarthy.
That high-powered mashed potato Mike offense putting up 3 points. I love it. Let's get him fired right now.
Highly successful.
Right. It was, you know what?
Ebo is the president of the Mike McCarthy fan.
No. That's the common misconception. I am the head of communications.
That's right. Your brother's the president, isn't he?
Correct.
Yeah.
But I mean, it was football, you know, it was,
Hey, sorry to interrupt. Mike McCarthy came on. The first thing he did before they kicked off, he goes, smells like football. We're stacking success. I was like, you're ready to smell like football. It looks like football. It's football no matter any way you want to, like twist it. It's still football.
Right. Well, he was the coach for the Packers for I don't even know how many years at that point, but it still feels like a fever dream sometimes with all of those cliches, pad level, and it just good times with Mike McCarthy.
He's incredible.
But the reason for that game was because there were a bunch of guys inducted into the NFL Hall of Fame, which is really exciting, including the most notable was Peyton Manning, quarterback for the Colts and eventually the Broncos. There was also Calvin Johnson, Charles Woodson, John Lynch, Alan Faneca. Is that how you say that?
Nailed it.
Yep.
Nailed it.
And Drew Pearson, all inducted this year. A certain Packers safety may have been left out, but we won't get there. We're an all sports podcast, not just a Wisconsin sports podcast.
Hey, Charles Woodson sang Boys to Men, a song for Mama on it. It was incredible. Okay. And Peyton Manning, I'm surprised that his forehead wasn't sold for advertising space.
I think Schefter even tweeted like this could be he could be the new commissioner of the league. And I'm like, okay, calm down. Like take a step back. But yeah, it was it was a beautiful ceremony, and all three of us are big Packers fans, so we were all pretty excited to see Woodson get in. Very well deserved.
Is it hard not to say gold jacket, green jacket? Who gives a shit when you see anyone wearing a gold or a green jacket?
Every time.
It's like just ingrained in my DNA.
How do you guys feel about the nominees?
I like the fact that Megatron had to get up there and basically say that he likes the Lions in Detroit, even though they like wasted his Hall of Fame career. Charles Woodson's incredible. Peyton Manning, obviously a no-brainer. And, it's just kind of cool to see it and watch all of it, but it was nice to see Charles Woodson get in and Peyton Manning.
Yeah, I was very curious to see how Calvin Johnson was going to handle it. I was like, is he gonna think
he said in an interview last week.
Yeah,
he was asked about it last week. He said in an interview, my mom said, if I don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything at all.
That's why I was like, I'm ready to like hear like what he has to say, but it ended up being exactly what
I saw a tweet today that when Megatron was a freshman in college, Tom Brady had just won his third Super Bowl. Megatron finished his college career, had a Hall of Fame NFL career, and got inducted. And Tom Brady is still playing
and winning Super Bowls.
Yeah.
Insane. Did you also hear someone after the ceremony is over, a hot mic pick someone up saying, "Let's go to the parking lot and smoke joints"? Yeah, that happened. I was like, yes.
Let me update my offensive player of the week.
I don't know who it was. There's some talk it might have been Megatron, but that sounds awesome.
He owns a weed company, so it very well could have been.
Well, I hope someone got to sit in his car.
In other NFL news, Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills came to an agreement on a contract extension. 6 years, $258 million. For any mathematicians out there, I believe that's about 43 million a year.
I was told there'd be no math.
Well, I did the math for you. Don't worry.
Yeah. Well, that adds on to, he's got 2 years left on his rookie deal. So that adds on to the end of that. I'll take him through his year 30 or his age 32 season. It's a great signing for the Bills at this point in time, because you've got a lot of that class coming up due for contracts with Baker and Lamar. And the way that contracts work, especially for starting quarterbacks, it doesn't go like, well, Baker, you're not as good as Josh Allen, so you're going to get less money. It's, we want to keep you here as our starting quarterback. We're going to have to make you the next highest paid quarterback. So I think out of that group, I think Josh Allen probably has the most potential. I really liked him, just that rocket arm that he has there. So getting him on what's likely going to be the cheapest deal out of that next group of quarterbacks coming through is a solid signing for that team.
Yeah. Josh Allen's, he's a baller, but just think you have all that money and you can only spend it at the Applebee's in Buffalo. Like, that's like where you live. That's tough. That's tough.
Well, and I think, I also think it's a good deal because the salary cap is going to go up at a huge amount in a few years because of all the new TV deal. And then obviously everything's going to bounce back from all the COVID, stuff. So this is going to end up being, I think, when this, I don't know, in 3 years, this contract's probably going to be fairly low. It's kind of like always like, I mean, that's the natural thing that happens, is especially for a 6-year deal. That's a long time. So for him to be at $43 million a year in 6 years, that's a really that's going to look very team friendly if he's still playing at this level, which you'd expect him at that age. But I guess who knows?
And nothing's infinite in the NFL. Watch him have to renegotiate or restructure his contract in 3 years. It'll be something will happen. Someone will be the next highest paid player before you know it.
Right. Which means that this is going to be
just funny money that I would like some of.
Right.
Please subscribe to the podcast.
Yeah, we have a Patreon if you'd like to go check that out.
Hey,
definitely.
Josh Allen, if you're listening, go check out the Patreon.
Yeah, just $100 a month can get hit. Josh Allen, you could be a guest on this show if you subscribe to our Patreon and do the $100 a month. That's it.
It's like lint. That's like the lint. That's like the lint in his pockets.
Right. Come on.
Yeah. Nothing.
Yeah, and without that, Josh, we're not going to let you on the podcast. Not a chance. If we start making exceptions for guys like Josh Allen, we're just gonna have to let everybody come on for free.
Yeah, exactly. That's
a slippery slope.
With Ebo, by the way, I meant to talk to you. We're gonna need $100 for you jumping on today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that needs to clear before the show's done. So
yeah. So
do you take check? Out of town check? Out of state checks?
As long as your address is on it, we're fine.
Do people still write checks?
All right, let's move on to our next segment, which is weird moments in U.S. history. Can you guys guess what this segment is about?
Weird stuff.
Yeah, let's do it.
Todd's love life.
It's historic. All right. So as you may or may not know, ESPN2 brought back their annual ESPN8 The Ocho last Friday, which is a shout out, a hat tip to the movie Dodgeball. Great, fantastic movie. And ESPN8 The Ocho was basically known for their weird sports. And I came across another sport that they should consider adding that really needs to make a comeback in the US: phone booth stuffing.
Yes.
So phone booth stuffing first gained popularity outside the US, but once it arrived stateside in spring 1959, kids couldn't help but join in. So essentially what would happen is people would cram their bodies into a phone booth. Anybody under the age of 20, phone booths are what cell phones that used to be in one place, connected to wires.
Community landlines.
It costs 25 cents.
Yes.
Unless you were calling collect.
And then it was like, hey, mom, pick up. Bye.
Yep. Yeah. Practice is over, mom.
So people would cram their bodies into these olives in a jar, including just in any which way they could. They might stack themselves. They might lay on their stomach and just stack up, or they'd just shove themselves wherever. It was wild. I'm gonna have to send you guys a pic of it real quick, and I'll post it tomorrow on our Twitter page. And it became a little thing. It was like eating Tide Pods, but back in 1959, the world record actually came in 1959. 25 people in South Africa piled into a booth.
Okay. And
how?
The dimensions?
Is it regulation size?
Yeah. So the dimensions are 32 inches by 32 inches by 7 feet tall.
It's not
that's less than that.
Yeah.
Superman could change in there quick and fly out. Clark Kent to Superman, but how many people?
25.
How?
I don't know.
I'm
But here
uncomfortable
I'm
thinking
sending
about
you
that.
guys a link in the chat.
You must have been lubed up to slide into that thing. Look at all these Poindexters. They're like
Hold on.
like.
But they're not. Do you have to be completely in it?
Yeah, because these guys aren't completely in it.
Oh, look at the next one, Ebo.
Oh, they're like 69 in.
That looks like a good time. Look at that dude's teabagging the other guy's neck.
And they're all so happy about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That looks like a rough game of who farted.
How would you like to be in the bottom of that?
That's what she said.
You can't be a big guy to be in there either. You need small stature.
I know. And in one of those photos, they all look like pretty, like some of them are like muscular dudes, like even just, you need like scrawny pencil guys in there. Like that's not gonna work. I don't know how they fit it into, like, part of me doesn't believe that 25 were able to fit in there. They just were like, let's just tell everybody it's 1959. It's not like there's gonna be a ton of video photo.
Yeah.
Right. They're like, people will just believe us.
Like prove it.
Just one of the dudes, there's still room in there up in the top.
Yeah, you could fit
another.
Ooh. No, never mind.
Yeah, another small person.
You can fit someone of smaller stature in there.
This guy's in there. He's even got his wallet in his pocket. Like, come on, dude.
Yeah, we need every inch.
Take the head out. That's taking up space.
Right. Yeah. So I personally think that we really need to bring this back. I think this needs to be like a new Olympic sport, honestly. Get rid of race walking and introduce phone booth stuffing.
Look, what is race walking? Is that when everyone of different, everywhere else just competes against each other?
Race walking?
Yeah, is that when everyone from different walks of life compete against each other? Oh, that's where you walk fast.
Speed walking.
It looks like you have to shit your pants.
I was thinking race walking. I was thinking something else.
Yeah, it looks like you have to shit your pants.
That's too much of a hot button sport for 2021. Race walking.
Racial walking.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't realize.
It took you way too long, Erin.
I was like sitting there. I'm like, I don't know what the fuck he's talking about.
I'm surrounded by idiots.
I'm like, I'm just gonna ignore it, and maybe that
was for the best. We just ignore that one. That's for the best.
Yeah. I was like, I could tell you weren't getting it. I was like, don't make me connect the dots on this one, please.
My bad.
I was just planting seeds. Todd watered it a little bit.
Yeah,
but it worked out because I got to use your favorite hotkey against you.
Yeah, that's not my favorite.
Uh-oh.
Is this one your favorite?
Todd's cool. Yeah. Todd's cool.
Todd
I want to
cool.
scrub that clip from the internet because I'm sick to death of hearing it. All right, let's move on to our offensive and defensive players of the week. Offense. Who wants to go first, fellas?
Ooh, can I go?
Yeah.
Okay. Brewers fan right here. Me. I love the Packers, the Badgers, the Brewers, the Bucks. Brewers fan, my offensive player of the week. The week that was. I only know a couple people named this. A friend of mine named Rowdy Razor. Then I know this guy right here, Rowdy Tellez for the Milwaukee Brewers. Rowdy Tellez last week was absolutely sick for the Brewers. All of American Family Field was chanting, Rowdy, 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 Rowdy. Rowdy Piper, Hank Williams Jr.'s Rowdy friends, my buddy Rowdy Razor, and now Rowdy Tellez. All awesome Rowdies. Rowdy Tellez, offensive player of the week.
That's fair. It sounded like you were chanting Rudy.
No, Rowdy. Rudy couldn't hold Rowdy's jock.
That's true. Unless he was offsides to get
it.
Exactly.
All right, Todd, what about you?
I was gonna go. No, I'm gonna stick with this one. Yeah, we're gonna run with Vlad Jr. It's just the guy's just a ton of fun to watch. Following his dad's footsteps, raking in the MLB. But I chose him this week for one reason and one reason only. They have a series in LA this week, and his cleats will be throwbacks to Kobe and Gianna. So he's got some sweet Jordans that he's going to be rocking. So definitely give a shout out for him on that one.
Love that.
And he can hit dingers.
Oh, he can drop dick like no other.
Dongers.
Speaking of dropping dick, maybe this would be a good time to talk to you guys about Load Boost.
Load Boost is a supplement for men's sexual health that, among other things, increases semen volume, orgasm intensity, and it increases ejaculation power. Aside from helping you shoot ridiculous porn star loads, Loads Boost premium blend of active ingredients, pygum, saw palmetto, zinc, and other supporting nutrients is formulated to improve prostate health and function.
So if you want to try Load Boost today, risk-free, by going to loadboost.com and using the promo code OFF TOPIC to get 10% off, or click the link in this episode description. Load Boost.
Come like a porn star.
That
We
was
didn't rehearse
beautiful.
that.
That was
I don't know if you
beautifully
can tell
done,
we didn't
gentlemen.
rehearse that. That was
so
the
good.
first,
It was
So good, I just-
so
Loaded my
Good.
pants.
first try on that.
It felt good.
That's what she said.
um, well done.
She also said that. On a roll here.
All right. Well, continuing on with our offensive.
Yeah,
players
who's
this
your
week,
offensive player of the week? Sorry
Yeah,
about that one.
load us up,
Okay.
Aaron.
Jason Garrett. So he was in a press conference this week, and he's the offensive coordinator of the New York Giants, if you don't know the NFL. And he was in a press conference, and he said, "It's nice to see you guys," and someone said, "It's nice to see you too, Jason." And he corrected them and said, "Around here, you call me coach." And so he's not my offensive player of the week. He is my offensive player of the week, because come on, what ego that a reporter, just like
Speaking of coming on, don't forget to check out Load Boost at loadboost.com and use promo code
Off topic.
to get 10% off, or click the link in the episode description.
That was an excellent tag team, guys.
That's what she said.
So it was just pretty hilarious, because just the ego on him to be it just is ridiculous. It's absurd that you're gonna make reporters call you coach. Like, what the fuck?
It's coach.
Yeah. And I do want to, I'm gonna have a twofer, because my offensive player of the week is also offensive, not offensive, is Ron Rivera for trolling Garrett regarding it when he made a joke and said, "You have to call me coach," and winked. He clearly trolled. It was fantastic. Just love Ron Rivera. I think he's fantastic. So that just made me love him even more.
That was funny. That was some good trolling.
Yeah, I appreciate it. I respect it. All right, so let's move on to our defensive player of the week, fellas. What do you think? Who you got?
Oh, should I? I'll go first, since I went first for the offensive player. My defensive player of the week, it actually happened at the Wisconsin State Fair, believe it or not. So I'm not going with Giannis Antetokounmpo, his lovely significant other, and his son. I'm going with the 6 or 7 or 8 police officers or security guards that surrounded Giannis Antetokounmpo, defending the Greek Freak from all of the passionate Wisconsinite and Milwaukee Bucks fans that just wanted to get his autograph, maybe grab a lock of his hair, maybe get a kiss on the cheek. Literally, Giannis is walking down the Wisconsin State Fair with this huge posse of, I think we're all police officers, and he was just trying to go get himself a cream puff. Instead, could you imagine walking around anywhere you go like that with a giant security detail? Well, let me ask you guys
I'm used to it.
Can I ask both of you a question?
Yes, sir.
Giannis Antetokounmpo signed the Supermax contract worth $228 million. Everywhere you went, you had to have a security people walking around you in a posse, and everyone's screaming at you. You can't live a normal life. Do you take the $228 million?
Yep.
Yes.
Same.
I thought you were going to ask if he'd still have to pay $100 to be our guest host, and the answer is yes.
What if he got some free load boost?
He'll be the next load boost spokesman. All right.
Come like a Greek god.
And he can use it. Talk about load management, All right. Todd, who's
There's
your
no
defensive-
managing your load when it comes to load boost.
Use the promo code off topic.
10% off.
Yeah.
I was going to go with Charles Woodson since he was inducted into the Hall of Fame, sang a little Boys to Men, just giving love to mama everywhere. I mean, mostly his mom, but let's be real. But I'm going to switch it up. I'm going to switch it up on this one. And I'm going to go with somebody that most of you probably don't know for defending my right to go to a baseball game. I'm going with Erin's sister for hooking me up with tickets to the Yankees White Sox game at the Field of Dreams on Thursday. I had to make that decision within 15 seconds of waking up. And I was woken up by a FaceTime from Jimmy telling me that I had about 15 seconds to make that decision. So shout out to her for defending my right to go to games in Iowa. Super stoked to go.
You're going to that?
Yeah.
Shot, dude.
My sister lives in Iowa and she won the like lottery to buy tickets. Like she didn't win the tickets, but she won
gave
the
it to
lottery to
fucking Todd?
purchase. Yeah, I don't know what I was
Bold.
thinking when I said that, but yeah.
Bold move on her. Well done,
But yeah,
Toddito.
so
Yeah.
Yep. So shout out to Leslie, my sister.
Who you cheering for?
Yankees. I got my Derek Jeter 95 batting practice jersey on the way.
Ooh,
Sick, dude.
awesome.
Yeah.
I'm jelly.
Should be fun. I can't wait to hear an update next week. On
Yeah,
your-
we'll survive.
cool. You got to do that corn maze. I
I already
Demand you
scouted
to.
it out on the
Oh.
picture that you showed me.
cool.
And it looks like if you just stay to the outside, you just make a loop around and you're done.
Cool.
It might
Well,
that might be the boundary, but that's the route I'm going to take.
Okay. Good luck with that. All right.
Also, in corn mazes, you can just walk through the walls. It's just corn. You can just walk right through it.
True.
Oh, what? You can do that?
Yeah.
Thought it was like cement.
No.
All right.
Shit.
My defensive player of the week is the women's USA Olympic team. The Olympics wrapped up this weekend, and the U.S. women, carried the entire thing on their back. They got 66 of the 113 U.S. medals. Again, for you mathematicians out there, that's 58.4%. And got 23 of the 39 gold medals for the U.S. team. And the U.S. ended up with the most medals by quite a bit, but they only beat China in gold medals by 1. So those ladies brought it home. So hell yes, really proud of them. So
Woot, woot.
I never feel more American than watching the Olympics. Like I want to just like dunk on every fucking country when it comes to Olympic time. I'm like, fuck you guys. It's just,
I can't believe Simone Biles let her country and her teammates down like that. And they were still able to dominate. Because I looked at it, not only did we have more overall medals and more gold medals, we also led silver and bronze too. Like, just give us all of them. It's fine, guys. Don't worry about it.
right. Yeah. But she single-handedly tanked the team. So did the women's soccer team. Yeah. it just totally.
Did
ruined
you
it
know
for
that
everybody.
Simone Biles is 4'8"?
Damn.
I did not know that. That's incredible.
Todd would
'Cause-
still bang.
Let's have a little bit of respect for the lady. Well, what's up, Simone? Let's get at me.
If you'd like to come on the show, that'd be
there ain't no
$100.
There ain't no height requirements for this ride.
Jesus Christ. Todd's DMs are open, Miss Biles.
And
Or
they're
miss
dry.
anyone else that's listening. What's up?
Has anyone ever solicited that?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'm working one right now. I'm like 85%. I'm sure I'm getting catfished, but
What a ride, though.
That's
Yeah.
probably what Jimmy's doing right now.
What a ride.
He's like, I can't be a part of the show. I'm too busy catfishing Todd.
can't record tonight. Catfishing talent.
But you know when this is done, Todd's gonna go lay in his bed, look up at the stickers that are the glow in the dark stars on the ceiling like you had when you were a kid, and think about all those catfish and dirty talk that he had, and use his load boost.
All right, and that is our offensive and defensive players of the week. So next we'll move on to the segment that I accidentally skipped over. This has been already just a shit show of an episode. Good news, bad news. So, who's got the good news?
I just ordered some load boost. That's some good news.
Fantastic news.
I love the name, by the way. I just love that name, load boost.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what? It describes exactly what it does.
It sounds like it should be a cryptocurrency. Load boost.
You know what? Maybe in the future, people will pay with
Load coin.
cum pills.
I think there is a cum coin. I'm not kidding.
What is the what is the rate to cum coins to dollars?
Depends how much load boost you have in your system.
Oh, good Lord. All right.
All right. Evo, did you have good news or bad news? I forget.
Good news. Or maybe this is bad news. Good news. This guy is actually from Wisconsin, and it's something that he's committed his freaking life to. And I guess it is good news because the guy found happiness. There is this man named Donald Gorski who holds the Guinness World Record for the most McDonald's Big Macs ever eaten. And he continues to break his own record every single fucking day because he averages 2 Big Macs a day. Can you guys take a guess on how many Big Macs he's sitting at right now?
A day? How old is he?
He is, let's see, he started his quest back in May 17th, 1972.
That's like...
So that's 17,982 days ago.
So double that.
I know the record because I'm looking at it.
Oh.
But that's insane.
32,340 Big Macs this motherfucker has consumed in his whole life. And he looks like John Lennon with the glasses, but with a mullet.
Well, okay, so...
And he saved every receipt and package of every fucking Big Mac he's ever had. This guy... And he's like 150 pounds.
Is he... I feel like this is an important question. Is he single?
I think he's married, actually.
Amazing.
He was actually in that documentary Super Size Me from like the early 2000s.
Oh, I remember that. Well, I want to like ask him so many questions. Like, what if you went on vacation? What if you went on vacation and you're like, oh, I mean, does that mean he eats 4 in a day to like make up for it? Or I don't.
What's your cholesterol? How are you not like dead from salt intake? Like, I don't.
Right.
It's insane.
Oh my God.
Well, we can ask him that. He just got to pay $100 to come on the podcast.
I just texted my mom to see if she'll bring me a couple Big Macs home.
Okay, one food you could pound the rest of your life. What would it be? Would it be Big Macs?
Pizza.
Yeah, that's
like
a good one.
one kind of pizza, or just pizza in general? Because this dude's just pounding Big Macs.
Yeah, I could do a pepperoni pizza every single day.
I could do like an everything pizza, like a thin crust everything pizza,
Like
every
Supreme?
day. Yeah.
I could do carne asada tacos.
Ooh, tacos is a good one too. Yeah,
With corn
tacos
tortilla.
or pizza. Onion and cilantro. Yep.
Yep, you got it. You know it.
Yep. That's
I don't know if I could eat 34,000, but I can try.
Yeah, I think I could do that, but you know, maybe
So
I'll
I think
start
that's
now.
good news. Good for him. He found happiness.
Yeah,
and it was in a fucking Big
right.
Mac.
Right. And he set a record, so that's great.
Every
Good
day.
news.
Every day he sets a new
Right.
record.
Right. All right,
It's
Todd,
just,
give me the bad
hey,
news.
if there's something you want to do out there, kids, just set your mind to it. Don't let anybody tell you, no, it's not healthy for you. And just go for it.
Yeah. And just eat massive amounts of salt every
Shoot
day.
for the golden arches.
Speaking of shooting.
I was just going to say that. Try load boost.
God.
If we keep talking about it this much in every episode, they're going to have to up our cut. That's for sure.
Yeah.
All I want is them to send me a bottle and I'll try it. And I'll report back to you guys next time you need to fill in.
Well, why don't you buy it? You can get 10% off with the code off topic.
Okay. Shame on me for doing that. Yes, I will go and buy it with 10% off. Here I am. Who am I? I'm a guest on this. I'm asking for free shit. I will go buy it.
I was gonna test it out, but I live at my mom's place, so it's not.
When you
if you just it's not a
All right.
I don't need more intensity at this point in my life, to be honest.
I'll try and report back. I swear.
All right.
Appreciate
I'm
it.
excited.
Bad news. Which this might be good news for you, Ebo. I know you're a gamer. You got a lot of old video games laying around.
Yes.
Bad news. If you're looking to buy those, the price is skyrocketing on them. Any old collectible games. There was a new record set a couple weeks ago for a copy of Super Mario 64 that sold for $1.56 million. Within a couple of weeks, that was broke a sealed copy of Super Mario Brothers for the original Nintendo sold for $2 million.
Holy shit.
Wow.
Yeah.
You don't even play it, though. That's the thing. It just sits in the packaging.
Right.
Yep.
What's the point of that?
You just look at it. It's like when you grew up, like, oh, I had that toy when I was a kid. Like, well, if you had it now in its packaging, it'd be worth $1 million. I was a fucking kid, asshole. Like, why would I keep it in the package?
I have a Beanie Baby that's valued, not necessarily that I could sell it at like $25,000.
Is it a Princess Diana?
I do actually have one of those.
Well, I have a piece of Princess Diana's cake. You know what's wild is the Super Mario 64 game that sold for 1.56 million only held the record for 2 days. No, it was sold just 2 days after the other record was set, which was 870,000 for a 1987 Nintendo game, The Legend of Zelda.
Ooh,
So, like 2 weeks before this one was sold for $2 million, the record was less than 870,000.
See, isn't
Like
that
it's
ridiculous?
just skyrocketing in
That's insane.
in price.
That's what we like to call fuck you money. That's when you have fuck you money, where it's like you literally can go buy a game for $2 million that you'll never play and it'll be in this package, and you bring it out people and you hold it in their face and you go, hey, look at this, fuck you.
I'd rather have the one that you like walk out and just like just blow into it and stick it in there and you're like, let's go. Let's fucking play.
You know, I have an N64 at my parents have our old one. And yeah, that's 100% how half of the games are. Half the controls don't work. So like someone always gets screwed in Mario Kart because we play, you know, drinking and driving, not actual drinking and driving, ladies and gentlemen, but
Sure.
where you have to finish your drink before you finish all your laps in Mario Kart, and you can't drink and drive at the same time. And so someone always gets screwed with the freaking joystick that will not work, and it's just like chaos. But yeah, it's just more.
It's like that like Mountain Dew Code Red and like Dorito crumbs on it from back in the day.
Yes.
There's
Oh,
always
live
the one
wire.
button that sticks down too.
Yeah, spilled some high C on it or something.
And the end of the cord is warped and you like have to hold it a certain way so that it actually, yeah.
So let's talk about some other sports stuff. Anything happening in baseball? Because I don't know.
It seems like half the league has COVID again.
It's just the Brewers and the Yankees, right?
Yeah, okay. But it's
That's
so my two teams have COVID. Yeah, it's wild. A lot of them are vaccinated. So the symptoms are mild, but still creating a little bit of chaos, making things a little bit more interesting. And
Yeah, it's
I'm
kinda
pretty
lame
sure that's
'cause
how
the-
that happened in baseball.
Like the Brewers are really good, and they lost the series against the Giants, who are the best team in baseball. If the Brewers would have had their full collection of the bullpen, I don't think we're talking about like Daniel Norris and fucking dipshit McGee out there who belong in like Double-A, blowing it for the Crew. But whatever.
Yeah, when you're and I had said that last week going into this series against the Giants. I mean, they're the best team in the National League. They're actually the best team in baseball. I just checked. If it's your, B squad bullpen that loses that series for you, then so be it. I'm not going to lose sleep over it.
Yeah, I guess, I mean, the Brewers could have swept the Giants, actually, if fucking obviously Al Garcia doesn't. I've seen a lot of F words tonight. If obviously Al Garcia doesn't miss that fly ball on Saturday, which was top of the ninth, then they win that series. But whatever. I digress, Todd.
It happens. It happens.
There you go, Aaron. There's a little Brewers madness for you.
There we go.
Craig Counsell got his 500th win on Friday. Brewers legend.
For his hometown team. That'd be so cool.
Yeah, he grew up cheering for him, played for him, and then manages for him. Next up, World Series, baby. God, I need some load boost if that happens.
You won't need load boost for that if that happens. Niagara Falls.
Also,
Buckingham
real
Fountain.
quick, former Brewers prospect Lewis Brinson, now with the Miami Marlins, said that in Colorado last night, as he was coming out the field, somebody yelled a racial slur at him. After an investigation by the Colorado Rockies, it turns out the fan was yelling at the mascot, whose name is Dinger.
With a D.
Yeah. So,
which is hilarious because if you listen to it, this guy, this full-grown adult, is so trying to get the attention of this mascot, and
Like
he's so
waving at him.
excited. Dinger! Like he's so excited, and then
he
it's
was
like it
getting
turned into
canceled.
this thing. Yeah, it turned into this huge thing.
He was getting canceled so hard. He said in an interview today, he's like, he didn't want his name released because he didn't want the Twitter mob to come get him, even though he was yelling out the mascot's name. Oh, man. Could you imagine? Now, will they cancel the mascot and change his name?
I mean, I guess it makes sense, but Dinger, I think of a penis, so I don't think of racial slurs, but I think of like a dingaling.
it's Dinger the Dinosaur. Grow up. Get your mind out of the gutter, you pervert.
Sorry, too much load boost talk got me all worked up. So, moving into the NBA.
Well, it must have started early for you this morning because you were in my DMs talking pretty spicy.
Mm-hmm.
Totally. Load boost?
She sent me a message that said, Todd, do you want to just do me?
Oh, because Jimmy was telling us that he probably won't be able to make it. So I messaged and I said, if I can find it, Todd, if he can't go, do you want to just do me and you for the show, or should we find a backup?
All I saw, like, she needs to be more clear because all I saw was, Todd, do you want to just do me?
Okay. All right. I'll be more sensitive to your selective dyslexia.
Appreciate
more
it.
sensitive to his needs. Okay.
All right. In NBA news, we talked
basketball.
about some big sign-in trades last week, including the Pelicans and the Bulls for Lonzo Ball, and the Raptors and the Heat getting Kyle Lowry. And turns out those are now under investigation by the league for tampering, which is not surprising in any regard because they were right out of the gate when free agency started. But my guess is they won't get as strict of punishment as the Bucks got, but who the hell knows? The reporters just need to learn to shut their fucking mouths.
If you're the Lakers and LeBron James, you can tamper it. No one bats an eye. Nobody cares. But if you're not, you get the hammer dropped on you. We'll see what happens.
Right. I'm very curious to see how they handle this, because it felt that the Bucks punishment was really strict and like really
they were gonna get
for no reason. Like it was really intense.
They're gonna get Bogdanovich. That's who it was. And they said, nope, not happening.
Yeah.
But then I don't know, man. And then
worked
LeBron
out.
could go out there and recruit like everyone. Russell Westbrook going to the Lakers. Who else? Carmelo Anthony going to the Lakers. LeBron can go tamper nonstop, and they get what he wishes for. But they need the AARP to play for the Lakers now. Their card.
Yeah, it's frustrating because it always seems it's like I don't understand why they're picking and choosing when they decide to enforce rules and not.
Hey, no one cared that the Bucks would have got Grayson Allen over the weekend, the Duke star who likes to trip everybody. So
Right.
they could have stepped in and stopped that one.
Trying to put a positive spin on that because I know Bucks fans absolutely hate that dude. Think of it this way: if the Bucks don't repeat, it's Grayson Allen's fault.
There we go.
I love it.
Look
Yep,
at
I love
Mr.
it.
Positivity, Todd.
That's me. I'm just a positive guy.
All right, and announced today because it is Monday night. Luka Doncic signed the largest rookie extension ever. He got a supermax, 5 years, $207 million. Man,
That was a
What team?
dude who was saying he was going to leave Dallas to now signing a bunch of money. Good for him.
yeah. Wonder. I guess money changes a lot of things. If you're dangling $207 million in front of my face, it'd be hard to be like, I'm gonna leave. But he would have been able to get that money elsewhere. But he must.
for sure.
He must be confident that they can get some big free agents because they need more than what they got. But
I would suggest, Todd, I know you're not the biggest basketball guy, but this will make you more into basketball and Luka. Just Google Luka Doncic's mom,
oh yeah, she's a babe.
and you will not need some load boost.
Whoa! Yikes! How do you say her name?
It's pronounced beautiful.
Yeah. Good Lord.
It's pronounced Miss Todd Varney.
All right, let's move on to our random shit segment. So, as we mentioned earlier, ESPN8 The Ocho made a reappearance on ESPN2 this past Friday, and they had quite a lineup from some really amazing sports, including corgi races and all sorts of shit. So I thought this week we could rank these 6 of the sports based on how well we think that we would do in them. So I'm going to rattle them off, and we're going to go around and you can tell me in what order you'd put them. So number 1 is Bagger Bowl. That is grocery bagging. Next is death diving. That is a belly flop competition. Air guitar championships, which is exactly what it sounds like. Mini putt-putt. Stone skipping. And slippery stairs. Slippery stairs are where they lube up a bunch of steps in this little contraption, and people have to run up it and not slip down it. It's actually hilarious to watch. It's like an episode of Wipeout, kind of. So, who wants to go first?
I envisioned slippery stairs as Home Alone when they like slip down the stairs of all the ice.
Right.
Yeah.
It's pretty much what it looks like.
I will say, when it comes to a bagger bowl, I could bag some mean groceries because my wife and we have a system. She's the one that scans all the bars because she gets really annoyed at me when I scan all the bars because I take too long or then I screw it up. So she'll scan and then hand to me and I bag. I think I could do good at that. And I fancy myself. Now, I play guitar, but I feel like I air guitar a lot better. Give me the fucking air guitar, and I'll be like just whipping it up there and whipping it out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that would be the most fun of all of these is the air guitar because you get really into that.
No. Putt-putt is always the most fun.
Okay, speak for yourself. I got these 2 watermelons on my chest. I can't hold a fucking golf club correctly. So that would be probably one of the worst that I'm at.
They make the long putters that you could like have a rest on it.
I'm going to tell you this one. I'm going to get a did not finish in death diving because I'm intentionally going to do some banned substances before that one, so I don't have to do it.
That sounds like the worst. Sounds the worst.
Yeah, I'm not about doing belly flops from any height, let alone off a diving board. Not interested there. Slippery stairs. Is there a railing?
No.
If it is, it's slippery.
I'm out on that one as well. all I'm thinking about is busting my shins. And at my age, I'm not interested in doing that anymore. Bagger Bowl, I would be terrible at that one because
is there anything you'd be good at?
Would you just relax? I'm getting there. I hate bagging my own groceries, and it's because I like to keep people employed. I refuse to use, if I've got more than 2 items, I refuse to use self-checkout. I will wait in line for 30 minutes before I hit that self-checkout. Mini putt-putt, I'd have a good time. I would be competitive. I would not hit the podium on that, though, simply because there are some people who are way too good and take it way too serious, and I'm not about that life. I'm trying to have a good time. Air guitar championships, I'd be all right. My cardio is not up to snuff, though, and I feel like that's something that you've really got to have your cardio in shape for. You've got to be energetic. You've got to be jumping around, having a lot of just wild movements. So I'd be all right, though. I've got some moves I could use. Stone skipping, get the fuck out of the way. I'm kicking everyone's ass in it. Gold medal for sure every day of the week.
Good to know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think bagger would be the first one. Like I can like pack a car like no other. I can find a place for everything. I am one of those people that I want the less bags, the less trips of groceries possible. So shove everything item you can. I would kill at that one. I would be so good at it. Death diving, I would also bow out of. I'm afraid of heights, so no, thank you. Air guitar championships, I think I'd be okay with. I'd be okay at, but mini putt-putt, we went there. Stone skipping, I'd be okay with, but I have bad elbows from playing softball, so throwing anything isn't great. Slippery stairs, I think. Slippery stairs, I think I'd be pretty good at it.
You think you could walk up some lubed up stairs?
Yeah, I think I could. You crawl up
like
on your knees. Yeah.
I believe in it.
Well, and I would assume no.
I thought it too.
I was waiting for one of you guys to say it. I was ready with the phrasing button.
I would just assume that you've got lots of experience working with things that have been lubed up.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you said you had a lot of experience on your knees.
Lubed up on my knees, I guess we'll go with.
Nice tag team, Todd. That was a good one.
Yeah.
Hey, phrase it.
Good job, guys.
I don't know, because after you blamed your boobs for putt-putt, all I'm thinking is like, when you're bagging groceries, how are your boobs not going to get in the way there? When you're playing air guitar, how are they not going to get in the way there?
Well, a guitar rests under your boobs. It doesn't rest at your boob height. Like, are you playing your guitar at your nipple level?
Slapping a bass, man.
I just want our listeners to know that all three of us instinctively did the slap the bass. I guess you guys can't see me, but yeah, because that was fantastic. Yeah, no, I mean, the bagger, it wouldn't get in my way, like, but holding a golf club, like my elbows, I'm not even gonna go into the visual of it.
Just slide my DMs with it later. Yeah,
I'm envisioning it.
All right. Anyways, we finished, fellas.
Phrasing.
All right. Ebo, you want to tell the folks where they can find you?
Yeah, but speaking of finishing really quick, Todd, you ever get that, like, it's called like I call it like the shame trigger. It's like right when you finish, like when you like, you're like, I shouldn't have done that. Like,
It's like the point of no return where you're like, you've been managing it and you're like, and then you're just like, I either have to stop or no, I kept going. Okay. Yep.
Erin, is there a female equivalent to the shame trigger?
Yeah. I don't know what it's called, but I've definitely had that before where
Instant
you're like,
regret.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's called my love life.
No, but if people want to find me, 96.7 FM, 1670 AM, The Zone, 6 to 10 in the mornings, Monday through Friday. I can stream it online. I'm also on twitch.tv, Twitter. Ebo Says is my handle for everything. So EBOSAYS.
Awesome.
Give it a follow.
Todd, what about you?
You can find me at the Todd V on Twitter and Instagram. DMs are open, ladies. So feel free to slide in, say what's up. We'll chat a little bit. And let's see, you can also catch me over at Lombardi's Bar every Wednesday night, 7:30 on the PMs in the Central Standard Time Zone with Jimmy and Dan talking Packers over there. Find that at Game On Wisconsin. At Game On WI, Erin, correct?
Yeah,
You're on the socials. You should know what it is. I don't.
Yes.
So you can find us there. You can also find me at Walking Off Pod, where we'll talk some Brewers baseball.
Yeah.
That comes out every Monday and Friday.
Damn.
Hell yeah.
Look at you. And you can find me at HEROINE. A quick reminder to if you want to help us out with some, expenses that we do have, feel free to join our Patreon. You'll get exclusive content as well as some really cool benefits, including monthly happy hours or being able to watch the show live behind the scenes as we do this whole shit show. So head over there, patreon.com/onbrandofftopic, and make sure you follow us on all our socials at onbrandofftopic. And thank you guys for listening. We will see you next week. Bye.